Your ass better call somebody!
What is up, Robot Wars, BattleBots, and BuggleBots fans alike? Hardcore Kid here with another episode of the Hardcore Podcast. And today, we're gonna go Extreme Tag Team with the Robot Wars Extreme Warriors Season 2 Tag Team Terror episode. Joining me, representing Team Hot Anime Boobies, it's Otaku Nate.
Oh God, fuck you!
What? Also joining us, representing Team Quick Sand, we have ResettisReplicas.
And I'm coming to you live from the University of West London, is what I would be saying if I had gotten accepted.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Hopefully...
We'll put some really sad music over that in post.
Hey, there's a good chance we might get
Yes.
Season 3.
Oh, nice.
And last but not least, representing Team Godzilla, we have Ryan Beaver.
Yes, and I want to make sure that everyone knows to go see Godzilla King of the Monsters, opening May 31st, directed by Michael Dougherty, rated PG-13. Get it over $1 billion.
I'm gonna go see Detective Pikachu instead.
I already saw...
Yeah, me too.
I'll probably go see the Godzilla movie.
Actually, Brandon, if you want to give me a tag team name, just say I'm Team Zeon.
Okay, then. I think that team's already taken. Isn't there a Team Zeon out there by somewhere?
I think Xenon as in, like, the chemical component Xenon, but Zeon as in Z-E-O-N, like from Gundam. Yeah, I'm Team Zeon.
Alrighty, then. Team Zeon, Otaku Nate. So...
Now that's more like it!
Yeah.
I like Team Anime Boobies better.
Yeah, you like Team Anime Boobies, right, Ian?
That's what I said.
Of course. So we're going to be reviewing the Extreme Warrior Season 2 Tag Team Terror. This is the second time that they've had the tag team competition in Extreme Warriors. In Season 1 they had it, and it consisted of only 4 matches, a shit ton of vignettes, and all kinds of padding, because apparently they had way too much time on their hands to fit into a 45-minute episode. So the good news is, this episode has 7 matches, but it kind of has the opposite problem, in that, yes, they have 7 matches, but they have such little time to fit all the matches into this episode, because there were 7 matches, 4 of them went the full distance, so they had to do a ton of editing, like, most of these 5...
And it's really obvious.
It's very obvious. There's a lot of edits. A lot of the 5-minute matches, they only show maybe, like, 90 seconds of it. Like, this episode had some bad editing, and also, for the first time in a while, some very bad camera work. like especially in the Rocky Joker match, like, everything was zoomed up so much, like, you could hardly tell what was going on half the time.
Was Kevin Dunn in charge of the camera work this time?
I have a good feeling he was. The big problem, this is actually a recurring issue with the tag team matches, is that yes, the idea of a tag team match is you have 2 teams, 2 bots in each team, 1 bot goes out to fight the other, and vice versa. But 95% of the time, it just turns into a complete clusterfuck with all 4 bots coming out. And in just about every match, it just became a clusterfuck. The camera people couldn't keep up with it. There were missed spots, missed attacks. It was just a mess. What do you think, Nate?
It's just about as big a cluster as the rest of the show. The fights themselves.
Ian, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that, yeah, like you said, there was so much they had to pare it down to just the moments. And so what you get is a collection of moments, but not really coherent fights.
How about you, Ryan?
I mean, I enjoyed the chaos. I really do prefer the whole 2-on-2 rather than the whole tag-in mechanic anyway.
Yeah.
But I do agree that it just made that, as it just made the camera guy's life a whole lot harder, and it showed.
At least, when BuggleBots does tag teams, at least you have this small area that you can have the entire match and you can tell what's going on. But yeah, it just too much confusion. But so really, we're not going to talk about any of the robots since all the robots that are in this episode did compete on Robot Wars. The only, I guess, like, Bang is technically Rotbox from Season 1 with just a different paint job.
And Rigby.
And, no, believe it or not, Rigby and Bang are two different bots. They're just the same kind of gimmick.
Yeah, they're like a bunch of pieces from a Lego set that can be swapped between each other.
Yeah, but...
yeah.
We'll just go straight towards the matches, and we'll start off with the first match. It's Mad Cowbot and Texas Tornado versus TRACKZILLA and Nate's favorite robot, Trilobite.
Oh, man. I forgot about Trilobite. I laughed so hard when I first saw this thing. The turkey bot.
Yeah.
You should have just called this thing Robo-Turkey, because it looks like a freaking turkey.
And you might as well call them chickens, since they just drove themselves into the pit.
Oh my god, like, how many self-pittings were there this series? I'm still waiting for that counter, because I'm too lazy to go back and do it myself.
I can't even call Trilobite driving into the pit full read. Because if this was full read, this is the slowest reading I've ever seen in my life. Like, at least those incidents where they drove into the pit were an accident. At least those were accidents. It's like they just straight up gave up.
That's not full read. That's full Mets.
Full Mets, yeah. Now, like, as far as the match goes, it was a clusterfuck. Like, I don't know why Killalot was just sitting there in the middle of the arena the entire time. Like, you do realize there's corner patrol zones at the back of the arena that you can sit in. What are you doing sitting in the middle of the arena the entire time?
Exactly.
And, TRACKZILLA and Trilobite, God bless them, they look good. They're just not that good in combat. Like, Trilobite's weaponry wasn't working. TRACKZILLA could not get underneath Mad Cowbot. Or Texas Tornado. Texas Tornado was a speed bump the entire time, and Mad Cowbot got some hits at the same time. And speaking of Mad Cowbot and Texas Tornado, that leads us to the first big derp of this episode. The stat boards for Texas Tornado and Mad Cowbot.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Are the same thing. Like, I don't know. Would you say Mad Cowbot's drum is considered a flipping plate?
No.
Like,
the drums aren't powerful to really flip anything.
And I'm looking at the wiki right now. Whoever edited the wiki also derped, because instead of a picture of Texas Tornado, we got a picture of Sir FORCEALOT entering the arena. Come on, wiki boys, what are you doing? What are you doing to me? Anything to say, Ian, what did you think of this match?
I think we had two very delicate robots in Trilobite and TRACKZILLA. I mean, you could tell that just from being bumped around. TRACKZILLA, the former finalist of Robotica, was like its arm was starting to fall apart.
It's like WWE, where you're in NXT and you do so well, and then you go up to the main roster and you're like, oh, we're gonna bury you 6 feet under, and you're not gonna win any matches. Like,
yes.
Yeah. And poor TRACKZILLA got jobbed so badly. So bad that it got flipped by the floor flipper twice.
Yeah, well, that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, they got flipped once just to get it into position, then they got flipped again to fly across the arena. And it was great. I love it.
Yeah, other than that, this match was just a collection of bots bumping into each other. Trilobite committed suicide. Dead Metal started attacking RefBot for some reason, and for whatever reason, RefBot didn't count TRACKZILLA out. RefBot was out to lunch this episode. I think I don't know what was going on with him, but
yeah, there weren't that many. There were practically no countouts in this episode.
There was one count out in this whole episode, and it was by a robot that ended up winning the match anyway. Like, how does that work? Ryan, what did you think of this match?
It was okay. It was kind of outside of TRACKZILLA getting flipped twice, and Trilobite, doing whatever it did. It was kind of slow otherwise for me.
Yeah, this match was kind of a mess, but yeah, when you have two slow bots that can't do anything, a speed bump and a drum spinner, and the house robots misbehaving, It just became a calamity.
I will say this though. It turns out it's not the show itself that's also making errors. Even the Robot Wars wiki is also making errors because
Sir FORCEALOT, they have Sir FORCEALOT instead of Texas Tornado there.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody will fix that, but
hopefully.
Yeah. So Team Texas win it for Sandy Cheeks' homeland, and so we move on to the second match, which is the Force team, Sir FORCEALOT and G-Force versus Bang and Snookums, or as Ed Robinson likes to call them, Team Fish and Chips.
All the chips are in Bang.
Yeah. Like, apparently, the Mad Cowboys loved this loner bot so much they decided to bring it back. And it's like,
Why did they bother?
I don't know, maybe it's just a gimmick to have a rope, right? Because they're from the South, and they just go ahead and have robots that are all built out of, like, stuff you find in an old woodshed in the swamp or something. I don't know. Funny thing is, like, the main reason Bang lost was not because it was made of wood. It's because those stupid tires went flat on it.
Yeah. Good old pneumatic tires.
Yeah, and poor Snookums, poor Ed. Like if you look very closely, Snookums actually does fire the sword, and then it breaks. Well, oh dear. Like, at least they do much better in the House Robot Rebellion. And, G-Force, at least we got to see what G-Force's weapon could do. That's it. And, really...
At least it was quick. I gotta say, G-Force actually looked quick. Its speed more than compensated for its lack of weaponry, per se.
Yeah, and Sir FORCEALOT, I noticed they're now down to just the 2 spinners, which really they only needed. They didn't need 5 spinners on that thing. And they basically pushed him around, Kill-A-Lot, attacked Snookums for some reason, and yeah, that was the match essentially. And then both the whole team got pitted. So yeah, what'd you think of this match, Nate?
Just a bunch of bumping around. Really was just a one-sided fight. I mean, God bless Ed Robinson. We love him as a guest, but, you know, Snookums didn't really work properly this entire series. I don't know just what it was that was holding its air bottle in place, but yeesh.
It works in the House Robot Rebellion, so don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll be good. Hey, hopefully we can get Ed back on for that one.
Well, we definitely are. That's his prized moment is stabbing Shunt in the side with a sword.
Oh yeah.
And Ian, what did you think of this match?
Well, I thought it was funny how the announcer introduced Sir FORCEALOT as just from Eden, like just from the Garden of Eden. Yeah, that's
another thing. Like sometimes Stefan Frank said where the robots were from. Sometimes he just said the bot names.
From Virginia Beach, G-Force. From Eden, Sir FORCEALOT. Like, from where? The Garden of Eden?
Yep. Or maybe
Eden,
Gabon,
Virginia.
aka Earth's last Eden.
It's from Eden, New York. But, yeah. Ron,
oh, yeah. I just wanted to... thought it was funny, those hammers on G-Force were supposed to be glass breakers in Robotica.
I thought they were supposed to be as well, but then we finally get to see the episode, and it's like they just have 2 additional glass breakers, and it's like, okay, then.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I thought they look like they'd make good glass breakers, though. Maybe. Ryan, anything to say about this match?
Not really. Bang just lost his tires. Snookums got flips. I don't know. I'm actually kind of tired, man. So
this episode had some boring matches, but
yeah,
it's all right.
But I will say it did give me a good chuckle seeing just G-Force trying to use his axes. That was kind of funny. It's like Stefan Frank was like, look at all the power behind that axe, and it's just like a freaking toothpick.
That moment when Snookums' sword is more powerful than your axe.
I think at that point you need to go back to the drawing board.
I don't think anything will be as bad as, say, Sergeant Meekel's axe.
Oof. Double oof. So, Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, but
I still think the worst axe of all time has to be Shunt from season 1, but that's
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It carved a nice little slit into Plunderbird's top. Yeah, but the Force team ends up getting the win. And so we move on to Rocky Balboa and Black Widow, the husband and wife team of Duane and Tanya Bingham, versus the Job Squad, Joker and the Falcon Mark II, in a match so badly filmed that the wiki page doesn't even have pictures for this thing. Has there ever been a more, I want to say this was the best match of the episode just because it was just pure chaos from all four bots, but what was going on half the time?
No clue. It was like I said. It was before they just cobbled together a bunch of interesting moments, but you had no idea what was actually going on.
Yeah, it's like there's one point where we see Rocky going up Falcon's wedge, and then for whatever reason they cut to the Falcon team doing jazz hands or whatever, and it's like, what is wrong with this episode? What are the editors and the camera people doing? Nate, what'd you think of this match?
Oh my god, it was bad.
Really? I mean, the camera work aside, because God bless the robots, they did what they could, but it's just like, when you have a match just this messy. I don't know. What do you think? Nate, what'd you think? Anything to say? Is anybody have anything to say about this match?
It was one of my favorites of the episode.
I will say that. I do personally think it was the best match.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of changed my mind. I thought it was pretty good.
Wow, you don't even care.
I'm tired, okay?
Well, that's everybody's tired.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what'd you think, Ian?
Based on the editing, watching it hit by hit, it actually looks like the Joker did the most.
Yeah, like Joker is infamous for never winning a single battle, but
this was its best fight.
This was his best fight. They were actually doing damage and weaponry, and I don't know if you look very closely, you can actually see Rocky loses its chainsaw tail. So, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it's I think because as far as performance wise, when Mick Foley made the decision at the end, it really did look like Joker and Falcon had won, because Rocky and Black Widow didn't do any damage. They wouldn't be able to do any damage since they don't have any weapons. I mean, Black Widow's spinners are gone and Rocky doesn't have the chainsaw, so surely Joker and Falcon won this match. No, they gave it to Rocky and Black Widow, and I have no idea how. But, yeah. Anything left to say about this match?
Yeah, I'm watching it back now because I said I'm tired. It's actually pretty decent. I still don't know how Joker and Black Widow came out on top. Black Widow and Joker got very lucky this episode in terms of the decisions.
Rocky and Black Widow.
Rocky and Black Widow. This episode was so boring. I'm not thinking straight.
Yeah, I like back and forth matches, but when if the camera work had been better, I would have liked this match a lot more. But
yeah,
don't worry. The fourth eliminator match only goes a minute. It's the Termite and General CHOMPSALOT 2 versus Hyperactive and Mechadroid.
Poor Mechadroid
and Hyperactive.
A good
they
robot.
got done dirty.
You know, people complain about tough as nails tactics in Series 7, man.
Yeah. Like Mechadroid, they probably could have had this match but unfortunately, the static claws got stuck under General CHOMPSALOT and they just couldn't get away.
Yep.
Yeah. The match itself, it just started, it was just General CHOMPSALOT biting into Mechadroid's wheel. Hyperactive comes out illegally, and then Hyperactive says, fuck that, and then just dumps it into the pit, goes in itself. Mechadroid goes in as well. That's it. CHOMPSALOT and Termite won because Termite was the only bot left standing.
If only Termite had gone in with them.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
Because to me, Mechadroid and Hyperactive were probably going to end up winning if things had gone, because Termite, as we saw in the Annihilator and in the main series, not that good a robot, not that strong.
But at least with General CHOMPSALOT does have the advantage of the jaws, because Hyperactive there isn't. They have that big surface area at the front where the disc is, and CHOMPSALOT was just able to just grab onto it and put it into the pit, and then what else? What else could Mechadroid could do?
Yes, me.
They deserve credit for making that into a double KO, like taking out General CHOMPSALOT. As long as their partner was going down.
Yeah.
Like Termite, like Luigi wins by doing nothing.
Yeah. I do have to give Hyperactive credit. I'm not sure if this was after the Annihilator, but that they were still able to put that whole thing, the whole bot back together after what happened to it after Cyclone took it apart. But yeah, the match went, I don't know, a minute, and that was it. But yeah. of all the long ass matches, this one was the shortest. But Termite and General CHOMPSALOT win the match, and we move on to round 2. It's Mad Cowbot and Texas Tornado versus Sir FORCEALOT and G-Force. I want to say this was a good match, but again, I'm not sure because the editing is all over the place. I don't know. What did you think of the match, Nate?
Yeah, again, editing, really spotty, really sloppy, really all over the place, but it was a good showing for the two Force bots. I mean, I knocked Sir FORCEALOT when we first looked at it, but Sir FORCEALOT, it surprised me in this tag episode. It was actually doing some damage. It got some good hits on Mad Cowbot and Texas Tornado. G-Force, though...
it didn't do anything. It just broke down.
Yeah.
And got eaten by Dead Metal and Matilda. Who... Oh, yeah!
Also, Mad Cowbot caught fire, and I don't know why.
Maybe they were on the Flame Jet. It would have helped if they were actually focusing on Mad Cowbot when it caught fire, but I don't know. And then, like, the only robot, we mentioned before, the only robot who got counted out in this episode was G-Force, and it still went on to win. Like, what the heck?
Again, really dodgy judges' decisions.
I wouldn't call it dodgy, because, like Texas Tornado got pitted, and Mad Cowbot was on its last legs, so...
okay.
Yeah, Sir FORCEALOT was, the most mobile out of all of them. That's why they got the win. But yeah.
Oh no! This wasn't the fight where Mad Cowbot got set fire. I don't know why I thought that. It's just
no. This was the Mad Cowbot did get set fire in this match.
Okay.
I can't figure out.
It's tough.
What it was then?
It's tough because you have two robots who look the same. You have G-Force who is there, and Mad Cowbot who just caught fire for no reason. Yeah, This match was a mess.
I guess you could say this fight felt very forced.
Yeah. Yeah. Although, to be fair, I think this is the a long last Matilda gets her new flywheel and she gets to show it off. So, yay, better than a chainsaw tail. But in the end, Sir FORCEALOT and G-Force get the win. No post-match interview. Because we ran out of time, so we move on to Rocky Balboa and Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson versus the Termite and General CHOMPSALOT 2. And stuff happened. General CHOMPSALOT pulled Rocky into the pit with it. And then it was down to Black Widow and the Termite, and it sucks.
Yeah, neither robot was really seeing much movement. Honestly, it shocked me that it was Rocky Balboa and Black Widow that went through because Termite seemed to be a lot more mobile than Black Widow at the end. It's just, I don't know. Like, what? How? Was there something that happened that we just didn't see? Also, there's this brief shot where we see Black Widow's spike sticking up where it's really zoomed in, and it's just, God, again... I swear to God, Kevin Dunn is doing the camera work for this.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we have these two bots just thoroughly bumping into each other. Look at that giant spike on the back. Focus on it, Kevin. God damn it, focus on it. Yeah. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't have had the four of us talking about it, because everyone is falling. This episode is making everyone fall asleep by how boring it is. Can Rocky Balboa and Black Widow get the win? We have Duane Bingham doing his Rocky gimmick after the match.
At least that was entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, I could hear Duane Bingham doing his Rocky imitation all day.
Yeah, he's
It's a damn
great.
good impression.
Yep. And so we move on to the final round, which is Team Force versus Team Top Secret Robotics. I'll be fair here and say this was a fine little match.
Yeah, it was entertaining for what it was, as Dave Meltzer says.
I give it a 2.25 stars. Just
yeah, I'll give it a star and 3/4.
Yeah, because I think it would have been a much better fight if G-Force didn't back itself right into the wall and get stuck. Stupid Lexan walls.
Oh, they caught that.
Like RefBot, you're there for a reason. Why couldn't you free G-Force?
Exactly.
Maybe it was just too stuck. Like RefBot was trying, and they were.
We won't know because of the crappy camera work.
Well, G-Force really shouldn't have been out there anyway because it's supposed to be a tag team match, so it should be just
Well, it's
FORCEALOT.
Robot Wars. Who cares about following the rules?
Yeah. There were a couple good moments in here. Rocky pushed Sir FORCEALOT into Matilda's ass. Black Widow did a little flip. There was a little pushing match between Rocky and Sir FORCEALOT towards the pit.
Would you say this was the best fight of the episode?
It was the most, from what I could see. At least I could see what was going on in this match. I'm leaning towards it. Like the Joker Falcon match. Yeah, it was badly filmed, but at least both teams were just like completely getting into it. But yeah, so it eventually goes to a judge's decision, and Rocky and Black Widow get the win. And you know what?
On the subject,
Go ahead, Nate.
I just wanted to say Mick Foley was as boring as this episode was. Mick Foley was at least very entertaining.
Yes.
Making constant, like, I did like the Falcon team's joke about them being inspired by WWE, and of course Foley should know because he was in several tag teams. He tagged with Mikey Whipwreck in ECW, and perhaps most famously, he was a part of Rock and Sock Connection in WWF.
Yeah, which he held on to the tag team championship for the grand total of 8 days.
It's the Attitude Era. We can excuse that.
Well, hey, WWE's got the 24/7 belt now. Now everyone can hold on to a belt for 5 seconds.
Well, I recommend people, if you want to know why I feel the 24/7 belt will only last for so long, check out the Attitude Era's retrospective on the Hardcore title, because they did enjoy the Hardcore matches, but there's a reason they retired the Hardcore title belt.
Okay. Yeah, but I will say, like, I am happy that Duane Bingham won something, he and his wife, because they do make an awesome team. Like say
they're a cute couple.
Say what you will about Rocky and Black Widow, they're really not all that interesting bots. They're just boxes with decorations stuck on them. But I think that the character and personality that comes from the robot builders really helps them out. Yeah. So, Ian, what did you think of this match?
About the same as all the others. I mean, at this point in time, we've seen several matches edited like it, with a whole lot of pushing, but not a lot happening.
Ryan, you awake there?
Yeah, I am.
Any last comments on this match?
Not really.
No, there were no comments, and yeah, like out of the 4 special events of Extreme Warriors 2. This is the one I was least looking forward to reviewing, because honestly, there's not much to talk about. We've buried the camera work and the editing. The matches themselves were just ram fights, and that's really all there is to say about it. And while I am kind of happy with the win with the champions, I kind of wish like maybe Sir FORCEALOT could have gotten the win or something, at least something with a weapon. I don't know, but.
Yeah, I would have preferred to see General CHOMPSALOT or Sir FORCEALOT.
Yeah, sure.
Be the winner here. Because, I mean, those two were individually the best robots in this tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 4.
I'm giving it a 3.5.
How about you, Ian?
I'm giving it a 5 because it needs to beat that. That what do you call it? That Heat with Bunny attack and whatnot. At least I can give it that.
At least the matches, as badly filmed as they were, had more action. Ryan, how about you?
Yeah, 5 as well.
Okay. Yeah, that covers this episode. The good news is the next episode is the Robot Wars International Championship, featuring the first ever appearance of Tornado's anti-crusher cage. So,
we'll have a lot to say about that.
We'll have a nice little go back and forth there, and it is an international championship. It's just another name for the War of Independence. So we'll have some British reviewers on to join with us.
We're hoping to get Sean Goodlife, aka Dominus Ignis, on.
Maybe we'll get Sam Elliott or Jim Dramatic or somebody else on. I don't know if they're going to be covering the U.S. series, but you know what? It's good to have one of the guys on because and have a little American pride versus the red coats. Yeehaw!
I don't think there were any Hicks back in the time of the Revolutionary War.
No, there weren't.
No, Bob.
Yeah.
But that covers the tag episode. I'm gonna go back to editing. I'm in the process of editing the BattleBots preview show.
You better be editing that, considering how many stutters and dead air bits were in there.
Don't worry, I'm editing out all the stutters and edits. So, yeah.
I don't want to come off sounding like Dave Meltzer.
Don't worry, you don't say you know a lot.
You're editing out the edits, but wouldn't that be counterproductive?
I'm editing out all the dead air, stammers, and stutters because we do it a lot. It's not easy trying to edit something when you have no script in front of you. I'm much more comfortable when I have notes.
You said you would edit out all the edits, so it's like you do all the editing and then you edit out the edits, and it's just like, what's the point? I'm gonna
Inception this bitch. This thing is 2.5 hours long.
I remixed the remix. It was back to normal.
Thank you, Mitch Hedberg. Yeah, so that covers it for this episode. I'll have I think I'll release part 1 of the BattleBots preview on Sunday, and I'll have it all nicely well edited. And then we'll do the International Championship, and then BattleBots preview second half I'll have on maybe towards the end of the week, because I want to get it done before I go to Ohio for the House of Robotics Destruction, because Mondo Bizarro has a title to defend, and also because I really like the water park at the Colossal Con event, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Check out, hey, if they ever have one at Colossal East, check that one out. It's pretty good.
Yeah, sure. All right, until next time, guys, I'm the Hardcore Kid.
And I'm Otaku Nate.
Uh-oh, I think they fell asleep.
I'm ResettisReplicas. We weren't sure which one of us was supposed to go.
Ian, you can always go third time.
Okay. I'm ResettisReplicas. And I think it's the first time ever we've killed one of our guests out of boredom.
I'm Ryan and Finland.
Peace out and cease.
Brandon!
What?
Get the tables!